Welcome to You Don't Know Anything About Women, where I, Roy Calvin, am giving you the dating advice that the internet doesn't want you to hear. Let's get into our first post. Got rejected again for being a virgin. I had gone to this speed dating event and everything was going well. She was insisting to meet up for a coffee date. However, as we were talking, she asked if I was a virgin. I told her I was, and I told my reasoning. I was focused on my career and education and also focusing on my mental health. She told me it made her feel uncomfortable that I was a virgin. She said she felt like it was quite grotesque that I was a virgin. After that, I tried to explain myself the best I could, but basically she left me on red, and it's been 1 week. I'm going to try to move past this situation, as difficult as it is, and because I have low self-esteem, and now it's dropped even further, so more therapy for me. Really, nothing in this post even matters besides that final sentence that you said. More therapy for me. You sound like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. You sound like someone that no one would want to be around because you're just a wet blanket, a sad sack. That's probably more of an issue than anything else that even happened in this situation. She said it was grotesque that you're a virgin. If she actually used that word, that's kind of funny. But you have to lie about being a virgin. I'm assuming that you're at an age where it's not appropriate to be a virgin anymore. If you're in the United States, I'd say that's above like 20 years old. So you should lie about it. I see people in the comments here saying that, why would she ask you if you're a virgin? That's such a weird question to ask at a first meeting. I don't think it's a weird question at all. First of all, it's a speed dating event. So, I imagine that a lot of these speed dating events, I've never been to one, but it's probably a lot of how old are you? What kind of job do you have? Boring stuff. I'd say we're speed dating here. Let's get some uncomfortable questions going here. I want to know the real person in front of me, not the stupid questions that they get asked on every date. I think that's a great question to ask if you're a virgin. And also, perhaps this guy was giving off virgin energy, which made her ask it in the first place. And he says that she was saying, I want to go out on a coffee date with you. Maybe that was, earlier in their short conversation. Then later, as it goes on, he's a virgin. Let me ask him about this. So lie. If you ever are in this situation again where you're talking to a girl who asks if you're a virgin, just say that you're not. Also, I don't really understand how you could be focusing on your education and career and mental health and not focusing on getting laid. Maybe that's just me. I have a hard time focusing on anything else. But mental health, sex is great for your mental health. So get out there and try again, and don't be such an Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh next time. All right, here's the next post. As a 24-year-old going on 25, I don't know how to feel about getting more likes and matches from 19 to 20-year-old girls. To be honest, I'm not where I want to be in life. I think it shows from my profile. Not that I don't have ambition, but it's just taken me a while to reach my goals, and it shows on my dating profile. I'm still working retail, saving up to go back to college, which at this rate will have to be pushed another year as I stupidly picked a car loan over my education. I've noticed that since I'm not completely ugly, I still get matched here and there, but it's hardly ever by women the same age as me. Recently, it's been ages 19 to 22 at the most. Just girls still going through college, and honestly, I'd prefer to date someone my own age, just for experience reasons, but I don't know if I should just bite the bullet. I don't fault women my age, though. 25 is an age where you should have your life together, and a lot of people want to start building their future now, so it'll never make me angry or anything, just disappointed in myself for being so far behind. I don't know, I feel like a hypocrite because I've always made fun of dudes for dating girls that are much younger, back when I was younger, but now look at me. Fuck, man. Yeah, such huge problems you have in life because younger girls want to date you. First of all, you're 24 and you're getting attention from 19 and 20-year-olds. That's like 4 or 5 years. That's nothing at all. I guess the age gap means even less as you get older, but still. I don't know that there's a reason why girls your own age aren't matching with you. I think it's kind of just a coincidence. Maybe your profile hasn't been exposed to more women your age. Maybe it's mostly exposed to girls who are younger. But it's like the same age. And also, are you even a man? I can't believe there's someone here saying, I want to date women my own age. Who doesn't want to date a younger girl in the first place? And as I said, a 4 or 5 years younger, it's nothing. You're basically the same age, especially if you got this college thing going on. You want to go back to college, and girls that are in college now are giving you attention. You're kind of at the same level in life. And I don't know, that might be a good thing. That wouldn't matter to me. I don't really care what a girl has going on in her own life as long as she's normal and not crazy. You are right to think that you should have your shit together at some point. At 25, I think you've still got some time to go back to college, whatever. You can figure out the other parts of your life that aren't dating related. I'm only here to give dating advice, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. As long as you're on the right track, you have some kind of plan, because, once you get to 30, let's say, that's when, yeah, you kind of should have your shit together. And you used to make fun of guys for dating girls much younger. Again, 5 years is not much younger when you're 24 and the girl is 19. You should look back at that version of yourself and say, wow, I was actually an idiot back then. Let me grow and realize that it's totally normal to date girls that are 5 years younger. Who doesn't want to do that? Come on. Here's post number 3 for this episode. I think it's time to quit. I'm a 30-year-old man. I think I'm ready to give up dating for good. Do I want to do this? No. I am fucking terrified to die alone. But 6 years, 6 fucking years straight. I get catfished, I get stood up, I get ghosted like 97% of the time. Hell, half the women I talk to are scammers. As for offline, I've tried approaching. I get the look that says, what makes you think I want to talk to you? Meet up? Nobody there who isn't either 40 years older than me or who doesn't just ignore me. Bars, tried it. Got told how I am too robotic and that everything I say screams autism. Friends setting me up, none of them know a singular soul who is single. None. I do not follow God, nor do I wish to, so church is out. Everyone I work with is a dude. I am so tired of trying and failing. I made a post like this a few months ago. I put my full effort out and I still failed. I don't want to do this anymore. So despite my extreme desire not to, I quit. I'm done. I am officially off the market. If you want to try and talk me out of it, I really hope you can succeed. This is the last thing I want to do, but I strongly, strongly, strongly believe that the person for me does not exist. So there's lots of comments from people who are also just having no luck at all with dating, including a 46-year-old guy who said he's had minimal success for about 30 years, still trying. Yikes. I could just shit on this guy who wants to give up and is not getting any luck. But I think we've all been there at some point. I've done fine for myself over the course of my life, but there's ups and downs, and there's months that go by where you might get nothing. You just think, what the hell is going on? I just want to give up. Nobody cares about me anymore. You will eventually find somebody, but you got to kind of look at what you're doing and, is there something that you're doing that's turning all these women off from you? So let me just go through a couple of the things that you brought up here. Catfish, stood up, ghosted. This happens to everybody, and it sucks that this is just kind of the way that humans are now. It's not cool at all, but you got to accept that you're going to get that if you go through dating. Now, it's a lot easier to accept when girls ghost you and stand you up when you're getting laid by other girls. It's like, well, I don't care if this one ghosted me. I got laid by 2 women last month, so what's the difference? But yeah, it's hard. It's hard, I know. Get ghosted 97% of the time. I doubt it's 97% of the time, but if it is, then I'd say that you're definitely doing something wrong on your dates. You just got to try something new. A lot of these posts, I wish that I could get more details to give more precise advice, because I don't know what his dates are like. I don't know what he's talking about on them or where he's going or stuff like that. So if he's actually getting ghosted 97% of the time, it has to be something on the date. He says that offline he's tried approaching and he gets a look that says, what makes you think I want to talk to you? That's normal, man. You got to deal with that. And again, it's a lot easier to deal with when you're also talking to girls who accept your approach and you have a couple of girls that you can regularly meet. But especially if you're just new to approaching girls, whether it be at bars or on the street or whatever, you're going to get a lot of that look. You got to deal with it. If it was so easy to go talk to girls where they just all opened up and talked to you and wanted to date you right away and found you attractive, then every guy would be doing it. People are scared of that rejection. Meetup events, these are always recommended to go and meet people if you're having trouble meeting anybody. I think it's a bunch of nonsense. I think I've gone to a couple of meetup events in my life, but none that I was going to meet girls. I think it was just stuff I legitimately wanted to do, like play some sports or something. I think this guy's description is correct. It says they're 40 years older than him at those events, or they just ignore him. Yeah, I've seen events on there that specifically say, like, don't come here trying to hit on girls or blah, 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 which is odd in itself because it's just human nature that if cute girls are around, guys will hit on them. But yeah, those events are no good, especially because, just like I said, every guy there is going to be trying to talk to like the 1 or 2 cute girls that might be around. So whatever. The guy's friends don't know anybody who's single. This guy, 30 years old, that's around when, some of the people might be starting to get married or they've been married for a while. So it can be hard to meet somebody, but if he's on the apps, he's trying to approach girls, you got to keep doing it. So he says he's so tired of trying and failing, put his full effort out, doesn't want to do this anymore. I mean, all I can say is to keep doing it. I wish that I could give you more specific advice on if your dates suck or something. Oh, also, people telling him at bars, I think, that he's too robotic and that everything he says screams autism. I don't like. A girl would have to be really, really cold to say that to somebody as soon as he approaches or within a few minutes. I doubt that's the case. Maybe one person said that to him, or maybe his friends say that to him. I don't know. But don't worry, you got to keep trying. You got to look at how you can do things better, how you can present yourself in a way that make women like you more. And you just got to keep going through it. Don't give up at 30. 30 is an okay age to meet pretty cute girls. So keep going. We all feel like it sometimes. I have my highs and lows just like everybody else. I don't think there's anybody that just constantly gets success night after night or maybe there are some, but I'm not that guy either. So you got to keep going, assuming that this is something that you actually want. I guess for some people, maybe it is just best to give up if you decide you don't want to meet some nice women. On to the next post. No romantic spark. WTF, 40-year-old male. Been on a few dates with a 41-year-old female. I thought it was good, going slow, but she asked for that. She texted me on Monday and said she never felt a romantic spark. It sucks because I certainly thought we did. Held back a bit because she asked me to. It especially sucks because this has happened a lot lately. Few dates, no spark, see ya. Help please. Number 1, what does no spark mean, in your opinion? Number 2, what can I do? No spark basically just means that she doesn't like you. Why she doesn't like you, I don't know. There's always a chance if the girl liked you enough to go out on the date in the first place. You can kind of assume that you're messing it up on the date. Not always, but yeah, that's very possible. And number 2, what can you do? I mean, I'm going to try to save you some time because you say that you're going out on a few dates and then it ends, no spark. You said that you went slow because that's something she asked for. First of all, disclaimer, I feel like totally unqualified to give advice on dating girls that are like in their 40s because I've never done it. But to me, like a woman who's 41 asking to go slow, like that doesn't compute. At 41 years old, sad to say, like there's a decent chance that you've lived half of your life at that point. There's no more going slow when you're 41. And, well, I mean, I don't really accept going slow from most women, but like if a girl who's 18, 19, 20 says that she wants to go slow, like that's something, okay, I can consider that. I totally understand that, especially if it's like a virgin or something. Okay, we can go slow, no problem. But dude, you're 40, she's 41. You said it happens a few times, so I assume you're dating girls around the same age each time. Don't go slow. Go for what you want. If that's sex, just try it on the first date. At least try to get her to come home with you. There's no going slow when she's 41 years old. Stop wasting your time on these dates. You're wasting your time, your money, especially if you chose to pay for her, which I don't recommend. But yeah, change the way that you're dating at 40. All right, let's get into one more post for this episode. A girl I've been seeing for a few months is going down to a guy friend's place for the weekend. She says they go way back. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm pretty nervous. She openly told me she was going to her friends for the weekend. I assumed it was a girl, and she told me it was a guy. I asked if they have big plans, and she said no. She also said that she is looking forward to catching up. Should I ask about him or just thug it out? All right, and for what it's worth, this guy says in the comments that he's been dating this girl for 4 months. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but I want to point out one comment here that I think is insane. Person saying, don't be accusatory or insecure before knowing all the facts. But if you're having doubts or concerns, a frank conversation will never hurt a healthy relationship. That's true. A frank conversation will not hurt a healthy relationship. But don't be accusatory or insecure before knowing all the facts. There's no facts that you really need to know here when your girlfriend says she's going to go stay the night at a guy's house. I don't care how long the guy and her have been friends. It doesn't matter to me. The same reason that my girlfriend would have a right to get upset if I say, oh yeah, I'm just going to go and stay the night at a girl's house. Like that's just no. So should you thug it out or ask about the guy? Well, I mean, you can ask about the guy, but you should just tell her no, don't go stay with him. And I know a lot of girls and guys too on the internet would say that this is a controlling thing from me. Oh, you're controlling her by telling her who she can hang out with. I don't see it as controlling because for me, it's okay, you can go, but I'm breaking up with you if you do that. So by all means, go and do whatever you want, but I'm not going to be a part of you going and spending the night at guys' houses. That's all it is. And I think that's totally reasonable. I myself, in the first place, I don't think I would ever date a girl who has like a guy friend that she is close enough to go spend the night with anyway. And she's saying that she's looking forward to catching up. What's that mean? How long have you not met? You know, not that it would be a good thing if they were regularly meeting, but oh yeah, we haven't met in a while. Let's just stay with each other for an entire weekend and we can catch up. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. So the guy asks, should he ask about the guy or thug it out? Don't thug it out, and yeah, ask about him if you want, but you cannot let her do this. By which I mean, yeah, she can go and hang out with whoever she wants, but it doesn't mean that you're still going to be your boyfriend after that. You got to get out of this, especially it's just 4 months. Let it go. She's gone. Okay, that's it for this episode. Check out the link in the show notes if you want to get in touch with me or support the show.